Now hold on a minute. You mean to tell me that you can actually have lodge outside? Huh. How is that possible? Can't people see when that happens? I think they can. Answers to that question and a whole lot more up next. Welcome to The Coolest Life. So here I am outside. Outside? Bet you're thinking Masons don't do business outside because they close their doors. Well, you'd be right. You know, each state has its own traditions and different lodge meetings that they may have throughout their state. One of them is the rock quarry that we have here in the state of Georgia. The rock quarry is actually outside. Now, the reason why we don't typically have them outside is we have to tile the lodge. We have to secure the lodge for eavesdroppers and cowans that may be lurking about trying to find the secrets and learn the handshakes without actually being a Mason. So, but there are some different displays that they have outside. Now, the rock quarry that we have outside, let me say that first, it's actually way up on a hill on the side of a mountain, and it is a tiled lodge. We do secure it. It is only once a year, and it's more there for ceremonial than anything else. I will say this: we do a raising of a Master Mason at that meeting if there's one available. If not, they'll act it out. But normally we at least find one or two to actually make them a Master Mason at the rock quarry. But now there are other places, like here in Columbus, that you can go to St. Mary's Road, which is where I am now, and it is a cemetery. And why am I at a cemetery? As you can see, it's definitely a cemetery. But the reason I'm at a cemetery is because of this. This is a chair. This is a chair of a Master Mason. This is a chair of the sitting master, or what we call the Masonic East. There are 3 chairs set up here, Masonically in the east, one's in the west, and one's in the south. And actually, these are set up. This one is actually due east. The senior warden's chair, which is on the other side of the altar, which I will show you in a minute, is actually set up in the west, and we've got the junior warden's chair set up in the south. And the junior warden's chair is way back there. In fact, you can probably see it. That's it right there. I mean, it's way back there. I'm not going to take you to it, but this particular chair behind me is where the master sits, and you know that because across the top there is a square. We square our actions by the square of virtue, and at the end of our meetings, we part up on the square. We just want to make sure that we're being we're on the level with one another, and we're being honest and forthright with one another as brothers. Now, the reason I bring you out here is because this is unlike any other cemetery in the city, and maybe even the state of Georgia, maybe even the country. My guess is there are plenty of Masonic mausoleums throughout the country, but there aren't many that actually have an altar set up inside the cemetery. So this particular is the Masonic area, and you can see here is their altar, along with the Mason logo on it, the Holy Bible in this case. As I mentioned before, you don't have to be a believer in Christian beliefs, Jewish beliefs, or believe things about this Holy Bible. You could be a Muslim and be a member of the Masons. You can also be other denominations, as long as I mentioned before, you believe in a higher power. And that's the main thing we're talking about here. Now over here you can see the chair a little better now. It's not quite as tall. It's about 4.5 feet, maybe 4 feet tall at its height. Now the master's chair, back behind me where we just walked from, this one here, the master's chair is taller than I am, and I'm 6 foot. So it's about 6'3", 6'6". So it's a little taller than the chair over there, and it should be. The master's chair should be a little taller. You'll notice in a lot of lodges I'll be showing you pictures of, all the chairs are the same height. I will say something else. The chairs are at different levels. The master will be elevated at least 3 steps. The junior warden will be elevated 1 step, and the senior warden will be elevated 2 steps, 1, 2, 3. In fact, you can probably see it from here. If you zoomed in on that, right there in the center is the master. He's on 1 level, and this one here is on the single level here, down here at the bottom, but it's also Also got this secondary level here, so he's actually on 2 steps. And you'll see it looks like a bell, but really it's a level, is what that is. So again, lots of Masonic symbolisms. You can find all those online, but I just wanted to show you this, that the Masonic logos are around everywhere, to include this non-denominational cemetery here in Columbus, Georgia. If you have a chance to come see it, it's definitely worth seeing. So I hope that helps explain how all that works. I've never seen a lodge open outside at that like that, except for the rock quarry. That's been open outside, but in that cemetery, no, you can't tile the lodge. You can't secure that location. You can, if you were to sit in the east and look over to your right, you can still see the main road. So you just can't secure. You have to put up walls and everything, and I doubt they let you do that, even pipe walls with drapes or something out there in the middle of the cemetery. But it is worth a look. It's worth a stop. So if you're ever in Columbus, Georgia, go down St. Mary's Road and check out this lodge that's set up outside in a cemetery. I hope you enjoyed that. Please like and subscribe, and I'm going to be putting up more videos. And go ahead and click that bell, and you'll be getting alerts as far as new videos that come out all the time. Take care. This is